Hi guys, so for today's video, I will be discussing to you the 4 topics that was assigned to me, but before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I am Kenneth E. Magbato and I am a resident of Barangay Sandulod, Chato Negros Oriental. I am currently taking BS Ed major in Mathematics. So the first topic is the need for global competence. What is global competency or global competence? Global competency demands effective communication skills, both linguistic and intercultural, in order to engage in open, appropriate, and effective interactions with people from different backgrounds. It equips individuals to move from learning about the world to making sense in it. We also have the 4 domains of global competence. These are investigate the world, recognize perspectives, communicate ideas, and take actions. So why is there a need for global competence? Global competence is the toolkit that a productive, involved citizenry uses to meet the problems and opportunities of the world. In the curriculum, global competence challenges students to investigate the world, consider perspectives, communicate ideas, and take meaningful action. So first, let us talk about the first dimension of global competence, which is knowledge and its implication to education. So, knowledge is like glue that sticks information as well as learning together. When we have prior knowledge about a topic, we understand it better. It plays an important role in students' life, especially in the school. If they don't have related knowledge, they face difficulties in understanding the text. So that is why knowledge is very important in education. The second dimension of the global competence is the skills. So let's talk about the implications of skills in education. So why are skills important in education? In everyday life, the development of life skills helps students to find new ways of thinking and problem solving. Second, recognize the impact of their actions and teaches them to take responsibility for what they do rather than blame others. The third one is build confidence both in spoken skills and for group collaboration and cooperation. The third dimension of the global competence is the attitude and value. So let us discuss why is attitude and value important in education. So value and attitude is important because it helps the students to become more and more responsible and sensible at the same time. It helps them to understand perspective of life in a better way and lead a successful life as a responsible citizen. It also helps students to develop a strong relationship with family and friends. Our third topic will be about the assessment strategy for global competence. So let's talk about what are some of the assessments that we can do or assessment strategy for global competence. So based on the research I had, we have here that the PISA 2018 Global Competence Assessment. So in this type of assessment, it measures the students' need to examine local, global, and intercultural issues, to engage in open, appropriate, and effective interactions with people from different cultures, and to act for collective well-being and sustainable development. We also have the 8 strategies that promote global competence. The first one is support world language fluency. Developing fluency and at least one other language is valuable and an integral part of developing global competence. The second one is take a big view. Incorporate a global view every day in every subject. Take a big view of history. Use resources like Big History Project to spur interdisciplinary study. The third one will be demonstrate intercultural competence. It is the ability to develop target knowledge, skills, and attitudes that lead to visible behavior and communication that are both effective and appropriate in intercultural interactions. The fourth one is diversity. Schools that serve diverse populations have a gift that can be used and explored to build global competence. The fifth one is support travel. Travel introduces students to other cultures and builds wayfinding, adaptive problem-solving skills. Number 6 is make room for projects. PBL is the how for addressing global readiness, said Andrew Miller, Bach Institute for Education faculty and instructional coach at Shanghai American School. The seventh is global to local, that students need to be investigating throughout their academic careers. They include ending hunger and poverty, clean water and sanitation, taking climate action, building smart cities, and exploring space. The last one is the city as classroom. Make the city the tech, says Larry Rosenstock, founder of High Tech High in San Diego. We call it place-based education, immersive learning experience that places students in local heritage, cultures, landscapes, opportunities, and experiences. So those are the 8 assessment strategies that we can do to promote or develop global competence. The fourth topic that I will be discussing to you is the curriculum for global competence, knowledge, skills, and attitudes, and values. So, in the curriculum, global competence challenges students to investigate the world, consider a variety of perspectives, communicate ideas, and take meaningful action. A globally focused curriculum engages students in their own learning and motivates them to strive for knowledge and understanding. Certain curriculum, they place global competencies in 3 general categories. We have the first one, knowledge, the second one is skills, and the third one is attitudes and values. It is said that these skills are needed to function effectively within the international context. So why is there a need to make these skills function effectively within an international context? First, it is because an individual won't be considered globally competent without achieving or excelling in all these skills. The second one is that the global problems or issues require the best solutions, which can only be attained from competent individuals. That is why a globally focused curriculum should always engage and encourage their students to strive knowledge and understanding. That would be all for my discussion, and thank you for listening.